about embarrassed. The reality is all about the street. The reality is
How do you feel right now?
You know I had a thing or two. I just wanna bang, bang, clear the room. You know what they do, mamita. Dale, baila, que rica. Tú bailas como una descarada. Eso me encanta. Dale, descarada.
like a gypsy. Her body got me tipsy. I should take a step back, fall back. This girl got me feeling risky. She ready for the dick, and I got the motivation. Cause when you see your dance, there's a chance you might not come home from vacation.
And if you love, you fall in love. She got that ass, she make it clap. She let you shoot, and now you hooked. The way she dance,
She gon' make you move to Miami.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She gon' make you move to Miami. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we gon' party. Freaking every weekend, baby, we just getting started. Y síguete moviendo, que todo te están viendo. Damn, you got me, girl, that body's built like a Bugatti.
And if you love, you fall in love. She got that ass, she make it clap. She leave you shook, and now you hooked. Yeah. In Miami, never happened. She said no hands, booty still clapping. She wanna be Eve, baby, here's an apple. Welcome to the booty shaking cabin. MIA, where the mamas on the train, where the mamas get loose, where the mamas don't play, where their bodies like boom and they booties like bang. Yeah, those high, man.
She gon' make you move to Miami. She gon' make you move. Hey, she gon' make you move to Miami. She gon' make you move. She gon' make you move to Miami.
Yeah, yeah.
She gon' make you move to Miami. Oh yeah. She gon' make you move to Miami. Oh yeah. She gon' make you move to Miami.
And if you love, you fall in love. She got that ass, she make it clap. She leave you shook, and now you hooked. The way she dance,
She gon' make you move to Miami. She gon' make you move to Miami.
Excited? Yes. Excited? Yes. So we're about to get started. If you're a guest today, if you can step up here to our fabulous wheel that's not on the board. There it is. See, there it is. So if you guys can come up here, maybe we'll give you a chocolate bar. Who's your guest? Katia. Let's get your name today. Want to sing on there? Let's see if we can get you a gift card. There it is, there it is. Candy ball. All right, ladies, your turn. All right, where we at? Ooh, Put it on one spot. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's everybody doing? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Quick announcements. Don't forget, month end is next Monday. So that means that we need to get everything in by 3 p.m., which would be the 3rd, right? Yeah.
Why the 3rd?
Because it closes off on Friday, so they extend it for the following.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you guys, that gives you the weekend. So it gives you guys a chance to catch up and get your business submitted and stuff. So it's very important that you guys take advantage of it. Yeah, exactly. Take advantage. I like how you think, Luis. That's good. Take advantage of it. So
I got a good trainer.
That's right. So make sure you guys get that. The other thing too, this month is still that you're competing for the not just for stuff that's going on in for the company at the convention, but for the new trip, for the the Bahamas trip and stuff. You guys hit your categories. If you're a district leader, you guys do your a 3x3, 3 by 3,000, and then a division 5x5, and then regionals 7 by 7,500, right? Anyways, you guys get all those points. Take advantage of that. So it's very important that you guys make sure get results, right? Because those are going to help you when you guys go to when the contest is over. You'll realize how important it is to get these ones out of the way. Okay, they give you guys points on it and stuff. Now that you're supposed to be registered for the convention to get those points this month. Okay, and if you're new, it's only $30 to register, right? So even if you're not planning on going, you should still register. That way you get the points. That way you guys, let's say in the next, let's say in July or in June, you explore your business, you get a lot of people recruiting and stuff like that, then you want to be able to include everything that you did this month and the next couple of months for the trip. Okay, so make sure you guys pay attention to that. Very, very important. Is she gonna see the orientation? Okay, cool. So go ahead and take her over there. Carvick will help her with the new orientation. Awesome. All right, and then so while you guys are paying attention to the company contest, the other thing too is the future. Focus on the future, which is the jerseys, right? You guys gotta, and that's a team thing. Remember, we showed you guys the training the other day. It's based on premium recruiting and licensing. Okay. Now that's the other thing on licensing, guys. It's a good time to find out where your teams are at. If they haven't retested, why haven't they retested? Or if they submitted all that information they need. You guys do know, in order to make sure that they get a test date, they need to get a state application submitted. Yes. Who does not know what a state application is? Everybody know what a state application is? Cool. All right. That means every person your teammate needs to have a state application. Pay attention to that. The other thing too, guys, again, don't forget your policies. When you guys have clients' policies, you guys got to deliver them on time, because they charge you a $50 fee for not delivering them on time. So you guys got to get on and deliver them for your clients. And when you deliver policies, remember you're supposed to bring back the page that says return, sign and return, right? And then the postcards, okay, bring those back, okay, so we can get it submitted. The quicker we do that, the quicker it goes in the system. Because hey, the guys, that's $50, and so if you don't think it's a big deal, give them to me, I'll spend them, right? And so it's important that you guys keep an eye on that. So that's basically some of the pending business stuff. Then the other thing too, how many of you guys are planning on getting your securities license at least in the next 3 to 4 months? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. How many of you guys have already submitted their paperwork for their profile so they can start getting a window open for securities? Okay. How many of you guys, which means the U4, how many of you guys have worked at how many of you guys don't know what the heck I'm talking about? Not U2 the band, right? You're like U2 the band, right? No, the U4. Okay. Very important you guys do that. If you follow the system, and I'll show you how to do it, Luis, but you guys still have to do for your U4, you guys got to do your fingerprints. Which is, somebody help me on that, what is it, like 40 bucks?
And they also have the SIE now.
Yeah, so if I want to do that.
That's before.
And then they have to do the SIE is a new test. Well, it's not even a really test, it's like a pre-test to make sure you're ready to go take a test.
It's required.
It's required.
Is it free?
What do you mean it's free?
Yeah, like to take the pre-test.
No, there's a fee for it, right? What is that fee for it? I don't know.
$60.
$60.
$60?
Yeah, and so they want you to be ready for your testing, that's why they're doing that, okay? So make sure you guys get that out of the way, and very important. Now, again, don't stop your business to study. Remember, make your studying habits early in the morning or late at night, but you're gonna build your business throughout the day. Okay, so make sure you guys follow the system. And by the way, and I know some of you guys have gotten the books, but the Primerica system for securities currently right now has been designed to be done online. Okay, what does that mean? Studying the books and being online is totally two different things. Now, studying the books is more of a reference thing. You know, you guys ever use encyclopedias or things like that for references? Okay, but it's not to say, oh, I'm going to pass it through that. You still have to do the online. You guys understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's very important. I personally would tell you guys, so you won't get confused, stick to one. Stick to one, or you guys are going to get confused. Okay, so very important. It used to be back in the day you could do it. It was more the book. It was book oriented, but it's not book oriented anymore. Okay, so it's online thing. So if you follow the simulator, right, on helping you pass, and it gives you all that information, follow it, study it. It's not like it used to be with just a book. Okay, you have to follow the online system. So they're really focusing on everybody doing that online. Okay, so the reason why is because the people that follow the system, like literally, if you guys follow the security system to pass your test, you have the highest ratio of passing your test the first time. So there you go. It'll save you guys some money. Okay, so it's very important that you guys, you know, eventually, as technology advances, guys, we won't be doing anything with paper. Just trust me on that. Okay, it's gonna. Yeah, maybe dollar bills to be paper. Right. Maybe not even that. But anyway, so it's important that you guys, your securities for now, focus on making sure that you guys start studying online. And the good thing about it, guys, is that you decided based on your hours. You know, go through the modules and look at them, and then decide how you're gonna want to study. I know you could have a 2-week program, a 30-day program, a 6-week program. You know, you pick how you guys want to study, and then just do it. I mean, I would probably do the longest one for me because I'm a slow learner. But you know, for some of you guys that are fast, you guys will get it done in 2 weeks, and that's great. But anyways, you guys gotta get on that. Okay, it's important you do that. Securities is a big part of our business, but it's not just that. It's just that you'll do 100% right with your client. When you sit down, you'll do both things. You know, buy term, invest the difference, guys. Okay, and then you know, people will take you more serious when they know that you're able to help them. You know, with both of the programs and stuff like that. So it's very, very important. So anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Uriel come up here. He's going to give you guys some pointers. And then I'm going to come up afterwards, and I'm going to go do some role playing on setting appointments and overcoming objections on, you know, inviting people to the office. Because it's very important that we get really, really good at inviting people. So anyways, so I'm going to have Uriel come up here and give you some pointers. All right, give it up to Uriel.
Never gets old, right?
That's right.
All right, so how you guys doing tonight?
Unbelievable!
All right. How you guys doing tonight?
Unbelievable!
All right. You guys know that you guys are here because you want to be here?
That's right.
Because you get to be here.
That's right.
¿Verdad? That sometimes we take all these things for granted. We actually get to get some training in. We get to come to an office, you know, and learn how to do this and build your business for $124 because nobody's getting charged, right? No. Because if you are, well, it's not cutting it. So, okay, so we're going to talk a little bit today on how to start building the business, because I think we wanna build a business, right? Or do we have any salesmen in the room right now that just wanna sell life insurance? Well, even with that, you wanna do this, okay? So, the first thing I would ask you is why recruit? You know, I know these are dumb questions, but sometimes we need to listen to them and hear them, ¿verdad? So, why recruit? Why do you think we recruit?
For our business.
To build a
Grow our
team.
business, okay?
To leverage time.
Build a team.
There you go, to build a team,
Experience.
experience.
Distribution.
Freedom.
Distribution,
Overrides.
freedom. Yep, all those things.
Yep.
So, all those things are very, very important. Give somebody an opportunity that somebody gave to you, very important. Alright, we take this thing like, oh, I gotta go recruit. No, you get to go recruit. You get to go give this opportunity to somebody. You know, today I was driving home, and we're here at the office, ¿verdad? And what's another room? Okay, so last week we had both of my kids, they graduated, one from San State, another one from the high school. Woo! But it cost me a lot of money, so it's not that happy for me. The dinners were expensive, and then they wanted a little get together on Saturday, and it was pretty expensive. So I spent a lot of money. You know? I guess it's investment or whatever you want to call it. But the good thing is, now I'm not bragging because I want you guys to focus on what this business is. So I came in the morning, you know, met some great people that were here in the morning. We had a little discussion. We got to learn. And then another thing that I did, I rolled over some money at an RVP contract. Paid me $1,000. And we did it like in 20 minutes. What I want to tell you is, when you have a job, you get scared doing these things. You know, but I was telling my wife, man, it was expensive. I spent, you know, $1,000 in like 2 days. But it's okay, I'll go get it. And that's how easy it is. And we're gonna get some more. So that's the reason why you recruit, to build a business. Because if not, I wouldn't have been RVP if I didn't recruit. But the other part, that when we're going home, I said, you know, we did good, and people take all this for granted, is how blessed we are. You know, that my wife and I are driving home, gonna go eat wherever we want to go, because of this awesome business. You know, before, yeah, I made good money. She made really good money. But she was at her job, and I was at mine, and we were probably asleep, and she was tired, and all that stuff. We don't do that no more. And then we go to eat, all right? Checking my checking account, then we'll pay some bills. Dude, they deposited $28. $28. Pay for my meal. I didn't even know they deposit that money. That's what it is. Primerica just pays you and pays you and pays you and pays you. You know, $28 is a little bit, but I get that like every 5-6 days or so. ¿Sí me entiendes? That's investments. So you have to do everything in the business. And it's so awesome that we have this opportunity. And I said it before, before I went RVP, I knew this was out there. You know, Angel and I were up there in the parking lot, and Angel's, you know, telling me about how awesome this is, how you get paid, and if you do these little things, it's gonna pay you this much, and we need to look into it and all that. And you know, he's pretty smart on all that. He's got it all figured out and everything else, and he should, because it's his business. You need to know your business. But the thing is, like, we're talking, and we're like, who cares? Did they just deposit money into our accounts? And like Jose said, he found what, $100 and something thousand, and he didn't know what he had. They were just different Primerica. So let's get that covered. Primerica pays. And again, I'll say it, if you guys think there's something else better out there, let me know. I'll go with you, even at my level. I know you're not gonna find it. So we recruit because of those things, but the most important thing is because that's the lifeblood of your business. Yeah? If you don't recruit, you're not gonna build. Like right now, okay, it's the same people. Today should be packed with new people. Look, it's really awesome coming to the trainings on Mondays, on Wednesdays, on Fridays, on Wednesday nights, and everything else. That's awesome. But now we have to apply it. We have to go out and do it. And what do? We recruit. I'm just telling you what I did to get to this thing, and it didn't take long. That's why I'm telling you. But you have to focus on that. 4 months. All right? I focused on recruiting. I focused on training. I focused on building independent people. Because if they're independent, you get to go RVP. So, it's very important if you're here to build a business that you need to recruit, and you need to recruit a lot, and you need to recruit fast. When do you stop recruiting?
When you're done.
When you're done. That's right. And when are you done? Only you know that. It could be 100, it could be 1 million. It could be 10 million, nobody's done that. Nobody's pushed the envelope. It's that good. You know, I saw Mario and I knew it, you know. People are gonna get tired. I'm gonna take Mario out. They said it. He got tired. He's doing 40,000 right now. What happened to 100,000? He's a poster child for Prime America right now. He's all over the company. So guess where his focus is at? Everywhere else except the business, except on the recruiting. Remember when he was doing 100 by 100, 200 by 200? Where are those numbers at? He doesn't need it, but he has a goal of doing 6 million, so he can be the first one out. He's not gonna do it with what he has, and that proves it. That's what I want to tell you there. That proves it. He took his eye off recruiting, and it's going down. So, recruit. We're listening to that audio as well, ¿verdad? Jerry's always talking about it. It shows. Go back to the basics. You know, we talked about that, right, Sunday in the morning? Okay, so guys, if you guys aren't showing up in the morning, you need to show up because there's some awesome trainings too, and they're free. Entonces, go back to the basics. You know, right now it's really good. You guys come into this era of all glamour and everything else, but what's the basics? Recruit. Art Williams started with 7 RDPs and did 4,000 in 13 years. Sold his business for $1.5 million. Billion. I messed it up. I want to say billion. Think about it. 13 years, and it's better now than it was before. Because everybody goes like this when you go to their house instead of going, "You're the devil." Think about it. But the thing is, we have to apply. Watch. Every single person in this room needs to have his room packed by next week. Like right now, this is our team. And I told you last time, you guys need to pick it up. You guys need to pick it up because I need to get on your bandwagon. I need your guys' momentum. See what I'm saying? So, let's build it. So, you got to recruit. And then what do you do when you get a recruit? You're just like, I got me a recruit. Good for you. Get another one. But you also have to do something with that recruit.
Your recruit needs to have a recruit.
Your recruit has to need a recruit. Yes.
Get them trained.
Get them trained. And watch this. Very, very important, especially if you're starting out. If you're not capable, if you're not ready yet, doesn't mean you're bad. It just means you're not ready yet. So guess what you do? You don't say, I'm gonna take care of this guy because I'm gonna make the sales. And no, you don't say that. You say like this. Wherever you're playing, I'll use Jose. Jose, I got this fireball, man. I don't say that's what you always say. You need to come train. Yeah, but he's gonna get the sales, man. So, if you get an independent agent that blows your business, isn't that what we're here for?
Yes.
See, you guys need to get your mindset out of thinking small. Stop thinking sales. Stop thinking building. You know what Bill Woodall said, recruit. Even when you get a recruit, he might not even work out even if you do everything right. So it's very, very important. We need to go out and recruit. Yeah, Luis?
I forgot.
So yeah, you do have to do. You have to train them. So how do you train them? You get them on a fast start, quick. Fast start. You know, when I went to college, I said, if whoever's speaking says it 3 times, you better write it down. Because it's very important. We're talking about audios in the morning. And Brandon Neal, most of you guys probably don't know who he is. He was the youngest millionaire before Mario Arizona. He did it at 39. At 30, I think. He did it at 39, because Mario did it at 29. So, he hit his million. Yeah? 2-pointer or something. But he said, if you get your recruits off to a fast start, by the time you start, you take a team with you, right? You get them trained, you get your uplines out there training them and building them for you and get them ready. They'll go and get licensed. When you go get licensed, when you get out and you're licensed and you're appointed, guess what happens? You quit your job. Why?
You have a team?
No, because you'll be so busy, you'll be making $8,000 to $10,000. But you have to do it right. Oh, but I gotta get that sale. I'm gonna go get licensed. I'm gonna go get that sale. All right, you go get your sale. Yeah? Sorry, guys. Like I said, I want you guys to win, so I don't mean nothing by it. But you have to. Yes.
Yeah, because just to like add on.
Come on,
to
motivation. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add on.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, because
even when you look at it, like, compared to one another, if you're just going for the sale, yeah, it's money for right now, but if you get a team, that's gonna be, in the long run, it's gonna be way more than what it could be with you just yourself. So, and either way, you win in the long run.
See,
with
which is,
building a team.
you're a perfect example of it. That's probably why you're still here. Because every time you get some, and he's got these fireball girls over there and the fireball. And you know, he's got team. He's got senior reps under him. He's got people licensed in his team. But he never like, oh, no, just go do it. But again, going to it, fast start, very important. You know, Jose talked about it last training where you gotta do the fast start. Tell them what's out there. Don't choose for them. Guys, right now you guys are in the best era of America. One by one gets you $200. Learn that. All of you guys should be asked, okay, what's in center right now? One by one, 200. How much? As much as you want. By when? You got 90 days. You gotta finish school in 60. You gotta be licensed in 90, and you can make thousands. That right there, if you really wanna build a business and you're not doing that, you're not gonna build a business. You don't get it. One by one equals 200 for as much as you want. You got 90 days to produce that. 60 days, you gotta be done with school. 90 days, you gotta be licensed. If you don't do your school in 90 days, it comes by 100, but that's not important. We're gonna talk to people about getting them going. The reasons for doing that, one, they get to make money, so they don't hold back. Two, you don't feel guilty. Three, you think if they have $1,000, $2,000 waiting for them, you think they're gonna go to class and get their license? Hello? And what's the most important thing? All that's great. What's the most important thing? You're gonna get a trained, licensed, independent person. And that's what you want. You want an independent team that you don't care. They do their own thing, So, part of that fast track, you know, once you do all that, is getting them to district. You know, you guys hear the story, you know, I did it in 3 days. I think Jose did it in 3 days too. Right, Lo? You were there. I was there, no, he saw. I just came in and bam, bam, bam. I didn't do it for the reasons that I'm telling you for, but to me, everything is a competition. So here's the thing. Do you think I'm at 50% contract and I see the business is awesome? You think I'm gonna quit? Why? Because now I know what I'm doing. Now I know I'm gonna build. And what happens in order to go 50%? Do you guys know how to get to 50%?
Yep.
Huh?
Well, you
How?
can say it.
How? Yeah.
In order to get the district, you need at least, you need a licensed senior rep.
See, no. Anybody else?
Do 12 people in 30 days.
Right there. Say that aloud. Right there.
12 people in 30 days. Yeah.
Right there. That's all that should be coming out of your mouth.
What's
Watch.
that?
Recruit 12 people in 30 days. Get your people to get 12 people in 30 days. Power building. Man, you're the best in the office. Look at right here. We only have one person who's done it. Take her out. Let me show you how. See this sheet right here? All you gotta look at is 12. Look at Jose's an awesome market. Look at, he's got everything set up for you guys and you guys don't use it. You need to do these things because watch, what do you think is gonna happen to that recruit if he gets 12 directs in 1 month? You think he's gonna stick around? You think he's gonna have a team? You think he's gonna make a lot of money? You think he's gonna promote our business? Isn't that what we want? Those are the things that you need to. Everything else is great, but honestly, that's all I focus on. If I bring you, Sonia, onto the business, guess what I'm gonna do? Sonia, come here. What do you want out of the business? These are the questions I ask. What do you want out of the business? Well, I want to learn, and once I'm ready, I want to go. I say, oh, that's awesome. We got an awesome training program. Come to the meetings. We show up this and this day. Guess what? We got class downstairs with awesome teachers. Got some jokes and whatever. It's gonna be awesome for you. All right? Your classes start on Saturday. Vamos. Next. Flavio, what do you want to do?
Business.
I want to do the business. I want to tear it up. Who's your biggest guy? Come here, let me show you. See this right here? You get 12 direct. See this right here? This is Jersey. You get this, you'll win. That's the talks that I have. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to do work. And we're going to get him his 12 directs. And by the time I get him his 12 directs, do you think he's going to know a little bit about the business or a lot? So you think when he gets his license, he's going to say, hey, Uriela, I need to come out here. He's going to build it. He's going to have confidence. He's going to know that this thing works. And that goes in the qualifications of the people that you need to go be, going to fill in the funding stuff, right? So, don't take that for granted. That's the fastest way to build your business, but that's work, I know. It is. If you guys expect me to give you a magic secret, there isn't no secrets. There's no magic powder. They just get to work. And it's not work. It's talking to people and giving 12 people the opportunity to join your business and become great. You find 6, 7 people like Jose, you make $1 million a year. Boom. You hear him say, I tell him, I'm gonna take you on. He's like, yeah, okay, go do it. What I gotta do to help you, go do it. You think he cares? He's loving it. I'm looking for people to tell me that. And you should be looking for people to tell you that. So very, very important, okay? And like I said, the district, once you get to district, I think that's the first level that you can see that you have independent teammates. Most people that get to district, if they do it the right way, which is what I'm talking, that's why we have that. That's why that position, I think, is one of the most important positions or levels here in Primerica, and the next one's RVP. But the first one, most people, Bill Whittleson in the CD, he says, so what should you guys do once you build the district? And so we say, well, once you go RVP, he goes, go train your RVPs. No, go build more districts. Go build more districts. I said I wanted $300,000 a year, and I ran the numbers. About 10 districts, producing about $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Not that hard. Once, it's like the domino. If you start today, about 5 to 6 months, right there, done. And you know what happens? You're done for it. That'll produce $300,000. I love saying it. The day I signed for my ownership, my business is worth $3 million, and there'll be people lined up to go buy it. Who's offering you that? And who in this room can't do that? That's right. Nobody. Everybody can do it. It's just a decision to say, I'm going to do it today. So, good. So now, real quick, I'm going to show you the levels. Huh? You guys know them. I know you know. But we're going to do them anyways. Because obviously, it's simple. So here we go. $84 times 12. Jerry, give and take 1,000. Jerry's going to tell me it's more than 1,000. 1,000 for this? Okay, 1,000, all right? We okay on that?
Yeah.
All right. So, what's our first level? 25%. 35. 50. 60. 70. 110. I'm not even going to add bonuses. 250. 350. 500. 600. 700. $1,100. Okay? That's how they pay. Okay. Show of hands, all right? So I need participation. I know I'm boring, but that's why you wake up. Show of hands. If you have this, if you get 1,000, who wants to make 250 of those 1,000? Okay, 2. All right. Well, we're riding forever. 35%. Who wants to make 35% of that? 50%. 60%. 70%. How about 110%? Woo! Who doesn't want nothing? Who wants a buck? I didn't see all the hands go up. That's right. That one. So I don't know where levels you guys are at. Why are you there? I know why I was there for such a long time. But do you guys know why you guys are at what you're at? No hidden secrets. There's how to get to RVPs. Jose's ready to promote everybody in the room. Watch this. So, Mario, he's up there. He's listening. Mario, right? You're gonna have that thing. Okay. Mario does this. He makes 350. Yes. I don't have to be there. They know how to do it. They'll go take care of it, right? I make the difference. That's what 1,100 to 750. Right? Close enough. A little bit more. 1,100. So that's it. Yeah. Okay. Pretty good deal, huh? That's pretty good. It's really good. I didn't even make that as a regional. If I did the contract, if I helped the person, my hope you guys are waking up. And if you don't want this, that's okay too, guys, okay? Don't feel bad. And I'm not being sarcastic, it's true. If you guys are happy at a 50% and doing, a little bit extra for your savings or whatever, that's awesome. But what I'm talking about this is for the people that are telling me, and I saw a lot of hands go up, that want to be RVPs. And I think most of the people that are in this room want to be RVPs. So what's the first thing you need to do is get as fast as you can here. They deposit money into your account for everything. It's like Christmas every day. So that's awesome, ¿verdad? So if you're at a 50%, you need to find out this month. We still have how many days? Like a week? One a week, is that good?
Yeah. 4 days.
Okay.
Or 4.5.
How to get there. And watch, one little secret I'm gonna tell you. If you guys really want to build it, you guys can build it in 4 months. I'm gonna show you how to do it. This is a secret. All right? Nobody will do it. But if you want to, you'll be an RVP in 4 months. Jose will back me. Because he's always asked every time I say something. But this is what you gotta do. You gotta promote yourself to district every month from here, 4 months. Every month, promote yourself to district for 4 months. Am I right? You think they'll go RVP, Jose?
Oh yeah.
But watch, nobody's gonna do it. That contract is in your hands. I used to tell you guys, the best part about this business is when you can do it by yourself. That you don't need a senior vice president, a senior rep, and a license and blah blah. No, when you have that in your hands, you can go do it. Go recruit 40 people, which is I'm going even short. It's supposed to be 48. I'll even do it smaller for you. Go recruit 40 people, 10 a month for the next 4 months, and I bet you, I'll put my money on it. You'll go RVP. It'll be such a big explosion on your team, licenses and people and everything else. You'll get it. Every 10 people get you about 3 districts. 2 will quit, 1 will stay. So that's 4 districts. That'll teach them to do the same thing, and it'll just explode like you can't believe. So, any questions?
Sure.
Huh? I know this is like, dude, we already know this. Then why aren't we doing it?
Right.
Bill Whittle, I love Bill Whittle because he's hard, but he wants you to win. He says, look, you're looking at it, you're not writing it down. You're talking. You're not paying attention. And you're not where you want to be. And I know none of us in this room, maybe Jose, but besides that, nobody in this room is where they want to be, including myself. So that's why we write these notes. So, look, guys, make a decision. All right, it's long enough. Don't be like me that takes all these years, because I'm having fun and everything else. Go get it built. It's not that hard. And if you don't want it, go find those people that are looking for you that need this opportunity. Put it that way. That everybody you speak to, here's your opportunity. Here's your opportunity. You're out there giving people opportunities. If you don't want it. And see what happens with them. So, one thing I forgot when you get that person to district, as you get into district, and we talked a little bit about that in the morning too, was this. Make sure they're reading the right things and they're listening to the right things también. That'll keep them on track and that'll keep them motivated. Plug them into all the meetings. They want to be to every meeting. That's very, very important so that they can stay together. There's a reason why it's set up the way it's set up. Follow the system. Don't rebuild it. And if you can get audios from the old people, even better, because they were building really, really strong businesses. So, if there are no questions, I'm going to bring up Angelica.
Thank you. Great job, Uriel. Awesome going over the promotions. How's everyone doing?
Oh.
Come on now. How's everyone doing? Uriel's talking about promotions and stuff, and about districts and about the power district. Let me just tell you who's gonna go get 12 people in their team fast. The person that's excited.
That's right.
The person that seen this and got excited. We got excited. This was our chance, this was our shot. And of course, I always tell you, I wanted this one. I thought, Jose's not gonna be around helping with the kids. He's not gonna be mowing the lawn. I'm sorry, but this can't be. It has to be right here, right? So you just gotta be excited. And another thing is you have to have belief. You have to believe. If you don't believe, no one's gonna follow you. I just wanted to tell you real quick, I know Victoria's watching, and she sends us her schedule daily. Like tomorrow, she's got a 9 a.m., 11 a.m., a 12 p.m., a 1:30, a 3 o'clock, 3 appointments at 3 p.m. with 5 pointers. Wow. I go, you better hope that the cancellation ratio happens there. 3:30, 4, 6, and on. She's already telling us her schedule for Friday, Saturday morning, and on. And she's constantly in communication because she's excited. I tell her, don't you ever lose your excitement. I don't care. I mean, I'm excited with Uriel, what he's talking about and stuff. I remember when they told us that the first time. And then, I don't know if you guys have this, but we should all have this. I know everybody's waiting for convention. Okay, that's fine. I'll let it go because, you know, it is convention here. But me and Jose would stare at this when our appointments would cancel. When we thought the couple we hired was going to be everything, and then they quit. Me and Jose would look at this all the time. Oh, a carpenter, a student, this. Man, where are we going to be? We never backed down to no one. We went in there and we would tell them, you can be here too. We are going for it. Let's go together. Teachers, whoever it was, and this kept us going because sometimes, how many of you guys get, a little bit bummed out when your person quits, doesn't return your phone call, or is that just us?
Nope.
Right? It happens, but it's okay. You got to continue believing and selling yourself the dream. I would always tell Jose, man, babe, tell me where we're going. Tell me where we're going. 1 minute on the hour, I'm up. 30 minutes later, I'm down. Another 30 minutes, I'm up. And he was always like, he knew. And I needed some of that. But carry this around, and it's not just for presentations, it's for you. Take the time. Look at the people. Just the other day, I was showing this to a couple, and actually I was showing it to my kids too. And I was going over this, and I was coming across, I'm going to find it right now. This lady and her husband, right here. Attorney and doctor. Well, of course, we wouldn't talk to them, because this opportunity is good enough for a Sheriff Harley and a Francis Aver, but it's not good enough for our neighbors. I don't know. Please, get this, look at it, get yourself some belief. Okay, before I bring up Jose, guys, this is gonna be the toughest thing you've ever done. I hope I don't scare you guys. This is gonna be one of the toughest things you've ever done. It doesn't matter if you're a black belt in karate or taekwondo or whatever, MMA fight, I don't even know what's up. It doesn't matter. This is gonna be one of the toughest things you're ever going to do. Careful, guys, they're gonna stampede out of here right now. Okay? But when you make it, man, it's one of the most awesomest things you're ever going to experience. So don't cheat yourself from that. Okay? Develop mental toughness. Just like you can't quit when your prospect says no, you can't quit being excited either. So I always tell Victoria, stay brand new. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that once she got appointed, she was gonna lose her enthusiasm. I don't know. We all get our licenses, and all of a sudden we're secret agents. Oh, we're professional. We can't. But no, she's super excited, and she's going through a ton of no's. You can only imagine with a schedule like that and not the results. But let me just tell you something. She's gonna be huge if she continues to do that. And she already promised that she's not gonna back down. All right. So you have to continue being excited, positive, and happy, even when someone disappoints you. You're going to get paid big bucks later, I promise you. Master that one. Number 2, live for your good people. Don't take things personally. Always remember that 90% of your people are good and honest and appreciate you. Don't let that 1%, that sour person, take your excitement away. It's going to happen, but please, talk to your upline. Don't let that happen, okay? play the game. The bigger you get in Primerica, the more pressure and problems, rejections, and challenges you're gonna face. Did I say that? Bigger, more. Play the game with yourself. See how much you can take and still be positive. Uriah just told you guys, you just need 7 to 10. You don't need thousands. You just need 7 to 10 people that want it as bad as you. That's it. All right? So just play the game. It's gonna. Me and Jose would always do this. What's gonna take us out of the water, babe? What's gonna take us out of the water? And we look at each other, and we do this when the crap hit the fan. We had leases to pay, and the team didn't show up. We had policies to deliver, and the agents didn't show up. So we talk to each other, and we'd be like, okay, will we still do this? How bad does it have to get us out of here? And I remember we'd say, even if home office would call us and say, you know what, Jose and Angelica, I'm not going to pay you for a month. We're already full time. But after that month, man, it's going to come tenfold. Even if they didn't tell us that, we were still going to do it. Because we're all in. There's nothing better out there. We're changing lives. We're protecting families and their future. We're changing, I like to think of this, we're changing our future because you know what, it's crazy out there right now. All people know is debt, this job, that job, 5 jobs, it's not enough. But with Primerica, we get to plant those seeds with ourselves, with our kids growing up, and to make a difference. If we don't do it, if we wimp out, who's gonna do it? The schools aren't gonna do it. Yeah, they're gonna give a degree, but it's up to us to show a winning example, a no quit attitude, a having a great positive outlook on life. I always tell you guys, you're either Tigger bouncing off the walls or you're Eeyore, and if you're Eeyore, please, it's contagious. Keep it outside the door. Pick it up if you want it when you go home. I'm in my positive shell. But listen, guys, it's gonna be tough. No one said it wasn't. But the good thing about it is that when you're ready, Primerica is gonna be ready for you. Okay? And I'm just so proud to be in this company. I know you guys have seen this. Joined the largest financial services company marketing North America. And then you open it up. You guys can, I think it's free. You guys just order it on POL. These are all the companies that you get to represent.
It's free to the REPs, everybody else has to pay.
For real? For real. Anyways, guys, this stuff makes me proud. This stuff come from my parents from Mexico, both of them working, trying to feed 8 of us. And this company is giving me a shot to go out there and represent AIG. Oh yeah, they want us to host them every week. And Vesco. Haven't you guys been to the Franklin Templeton building in the Bay Area? Beautiful. I walk in there 10 feet tall. Because the people in there, they're employees, but I walk in there like, yeah, you want our distribution. Guys, you guys gotta pump yourself up somehow.
Yeah.
You guys gotta find stuff. This company's great, this company's awesome, but until you believe it and you harness it, man, you're gonna just be dragging butt. I remember I used to tell Cole that all the time. Where is Cole? Oh, dude, you're not even an RVP. You're already dragging butt. That was me coaching people back then. I've gone a lot easier on people. But this is the best opportunity, and I want to just tell you right now, you don't need an upline. You don't need it, man. Everything's on POL. Fill out an IBA, get them insured, and go out and help all of the people they know. You don't even have to take a break. Do it all day long. It's on your mobile devices. And get paid, and get paid. You want to get paid every hour on the hour? Get paid every hour on the hour. So you used to get paid once a month. I don't know why we're not bouncing off the walls. I don't know why we're not telling everybody, actually, before I do that, I want to go ahead and have Lily and Lily stand up because they did hire 12 people in a month. So stand up. Just to show you guys. These are power builder districts. And let me just tell you something, they are not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, Victoria in Arizona, that's their extension out there. We got Jonathan out there in Los Baños. We got, I mean, why? Because they came in here and they recruited a lot of people, right, Uriel? It's gonna, and they're not going nowhere, meaning like they have people, they have licenses, but they gotta do it one more time and one more time until they get to where they wanna be. But like I said, you don't need an upline in this business. Everything's pretty simple. After you see our really good system at least 5 times, you got this, all right? But you do need a team. You do need a team. You need to hire, recruit, and train, and duplicate yourself. And I remember when Jose came in, he said, no, there's got to be something else. And the trainer goes, no, just look at what I do, recruit, we're going to train them, we're going to get them licensed, and then you just get out of their way. And Jose goes, there's got to be, he goes, there's nothing else. But let me just tell you guys something before I bring him up. This guy was so coachable. He did everything on the presentation just like Leo. He did everything just like him. And Leo would always introduce him. When Jose came in here, when they broke the mold. Because he was so like coachable and duplicatable. So simple. But guys, that's all it takes. Were people quitting? Yeah, but that didn't matter to him. He was a man on a mission. Part-time, I don't know. How many months were you part-time, Jose?
Went full-time in 2001, so about almost 2 years.
Part-time 2 years, became a regional, only lasted regional for how many months?
Well, 3 months.
3 months.
Well, actually, technically 6 because we went RP.
During that time.
Yeah.
And then he finally went here, which is what, guys, becoming an RVP, there's nothing to it at all. Just go out there and give everyone the opportunity to come here, make some extra income part-time. Their districts and all, they're not gonna do much. Some will, some won't, but it doesn't matter. You just keep doing it over and over. Next thing you know, you're gonna be getting that phone call. Okay, you gotta take your contract. You gotta take your contract, Maria. This is ridiculous. You're slaughtering everyone in the company. It's time to go. It's time to go. What a good call, right? What a good call.
Angelica, how often are RVPs promoted at the company?
I really don't know that, but it's a lot more than when we used to, back in the days when we were in the bake shop. It's a lot more. Just like the $1 million earners now. I mean, there's so many. Back in the days, it was like, you knew when that person was going to become a $1 million earner. It took them like maybe 5-6 years. Mm-hmm. And now it's like they're all the time and you don't even know who's coming up next. It's out there for the person that wants it the most. But anyways, I just want to encourage you guys, convention is like right around the corner. I'm so excited. This convention is going to be the best convention ever. You guys are going to come back. Man, you guys are going to run back. You guys want to just leave. Erica, this is going to be your first convention?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, in for such a treat. But let me just say something. I'm going to keep encouraging everyone to go to the convention till the last day. Till the last day. I'm not going to feel bad because of arrangements. You can't. See, a winner's going to figure it out. See, Flavio has an extension in LA. Remember you hired Elizabeth? She came to a meeting. We're about to leave to convention that weekend. She registered, booked her flight, and took off. I get chills just thinking of that. Then when she came back, guess what? She didn't come back to Modesto or Riverbank. She flew into LA, finished her licensing classes on her own because it was important to her. She didn't want to come here and waste time. Incredible. So don't take that, like Uriel said, don't take that from people. You keep casting that vision, If you believe, it's going to happen. But if you don't believe, if you have doubt, man, you're hurting people. Have a checkup from the neck up. Seriously, call me, call Jose, call someone. We got to get that fixed and fast. Because in Primerica, dreams come true, but you have to believe in order for you to attract the right people. You can't have doubt, guys, not here, not in these walls. This big bad world out there, but not in these walls. Everything's possible here for the person that wants it. So anyways, let's go ahead and bring up Pulido.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
How's everybody doing?
Unbelievable.
All right, everybody set up for convention.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Let's get it done. All right, guys. Hey, listen. So I'm just gonna go over a little bit of role playing and overcoming objections with you guys. about our business. And I know, and I sit and I watch everybody from the back, and I'm wondering, it's like, okay, so what stops people from doing the business, And you guys all have different obstacles in your lives and stuff like that. But I think the biggest one is between your ears. It's your own brain, right? Your mind, right? Your thinking, And guys, we can help you with your skill set. Like we can train you how to close. We could role play a lot, which we'll do a little bit right now. But if you don't change your thinking, it doesn't matter. You gotta, first of all, that's why, I would remind you guys about listening to audios. You guys gotta listen to audios. You guys gotta self-develop. You gotta constantly be self-developing. Constantly. And if you talk to some of the people in the room that have been here a while, right, constantly self-developing. Flavio, you've been here a while, constantly self-developing? I know that. You're always sharing books with me, right? Felipe, you've been in the business a while too, constantly self-developing, right? If we go in your car, guess what we're gonna hear? Right? We're gonna hear audios. Uriel, constantly self-developing? Every day, nonstop. Angel, you've been in business with us a while too, constantly self-developing, right? So it's like, I was telling everybody this morning about Annika when she's cooking and stuff, she's hearing audios too, right? Constantly self-development. You can't stop. You can't stop. Guys, it's a habit. It has to be a habit. Remember, so you guys understand, they don't pay you for your skill set. They pay you what you think you're worth. So it's your mindset. Okay, you could go through a lot of skill set trainings. You go to a lot of them, right? But if you don't believe that you deserve to get paid X amount of dollars, 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever that is, guess what you won't have?
6 figures.
That's right. You won't. So it's what you believe. Some people, your mind only allows you to believe you're only good with $50,000 a year. And if you start making a little more than that, you self-sabotage it.
We're like koi fish.
Yes, you stay in your environment. You grow to your environment. And so you have to stretch. So I was talking to Josue and Jonathan and Luis earlier today, and I was telling them, recruit me, tell me your story. And then of course, they come up with some cute stories, right? And it's like, we like, to help people and all this. And I understand. We all want to help everybody. That's great. But why are you doing it? Right? And then they started with, they want to educate themselves and all that. That's cute also. Right? But that's not really the reason. Why are you doing this? You have to have, we all have a purpose and we all want purpose and significance in our lives. What is yours? What do you want to do? How bad do you want to get it done and stuff? Luis?
And just so you can explain it, how important is it to know exactly what fires you up? How important is it?
Well, put it this way. How important is it to put gasoline in your car?
Very.
It's everything.
Yep.
And listen, let's say you guys all drove Ferraris and Lamborghinis, but you had no gasoline.
Well, you're not going anywhere.
I get a Tesla.
Yeah, well, you have no electricity. See? You see, either way, do you call it energy or you call it gasoline? It's either way, it's energy.
Yeah, that's right.
It fires you up. It fires you up. You guys gotta have a purpose, because there's gonna be times where things are not gonna be smooth. People are gonna reject you or cancel on you or whatever. And this is why overcoming objections, most people think if I just learn it, that's okay. Yes, learn it, but know why you're doing this. What's your purpose? How? Like I was telling you guys, is what's it gonna take to blow you out of the water and say, that's it? Enough. Or are you gonna say, bring it on? When failure comes face to face to you, what are you gonna do? Buckle and say, yeah, okay, you're right, never mind. Or you're gonna say, is that it?
Roll up it.
Right? Are you gonna roll up in a fetal position and suck your thumb? Right? What are you gonna do? That's really what it comes down to. Because, listen, I want you guys to understand, and everybody's listening to us on TV land too, the business, the system is simple. The system is simple. Very easy system. The hard part is a part of the thinking process. I struggled with it. I did, and I tell you guys this because I struggled a lot. I had to work on myself a lot. And I still have to work on myself constantly, all the time. Why? Because see, it's an emotional business. This is emotional. This is all emotional, not logical. And logic doesn't work here. Yeah, I know we deal with numbers, right? You would think logic works here, but it doesn't work here.
I remember when you got started and you're working hands-on at the college, you would always come home and like clean your nails, cut your nails, and I would always, what are you doing? Like, what's wrong with this guy? He had to pump himself up because in his mind, he was just someone that worked on units.
Yes, it's funny, I think I brought that up. Because, when I work with air conditioning, any mechanics in the room? Right, you're with the mechanics, right? And, well, you were with Julie. Julie gets your hands dirty too. But anyways, during these times, right? Your hands get dirty, right? And you get grimy in your nails, stuff like that, right? And I remember that's the self-image thing, right? And I'd come home and I'm like, oh my God, look at my hands. They look so terrible, right? Because, you do a presentation, what are people looking at? Your hands, right? And I was like self-conscious about that. I'm like, this is embarrassing, right? So I'd go home and clean them up and cut my nails really, low so the dirt would go in them and stuff like that. Yeah, and then it's funny because my boss at the college used to make fun of me because I started wearing gloves. He goes, oh, you sissy, you need gloves? And he wouldn't get it. I go, no, because I need my hands. What are you, a hand model, right? But it was the self-image. And this is what I was telling the young guys earlier today. It's how people see you.
The young guys.
Exactly. The young guys, right? It's how people see you, but it's also how you portray yourself.
That's right.
So if you walk with confidence, people are going to see you with what?
Confidence. Obviously.
But if you have some self-image issues, it's going to come out.
Sure.
So you used to wear boots, torn jeans to the work college. So when he came home to do Primerica, he had to wear like a suit or something. And I'm like, why do you do that?
I had to do a transformation. And some of you guys don't want to do a transformation.
How did that feel?
What's that?
Coming home all dirty, just switching into your...
I felt great. I felt with confidence. I felt, man, people are going to say yes to me.
Like Superman?
That's right. I had to, right? Because I had to work on myself. I mean, now I'll prosper people if I'm in my shorts and stuff, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is at the very beginning, you guys got to work on that. Consistent, because watch this, your family and friends know you who you are right now. And they might not be the one, you might be your version is not the one you want to show, but that's what you are right now. In your head, you're thinking, I want to be eventually this version, but you're not acting like that version, so all they see is the current model.
You're not changing.
You're not changing.
You're not changing. Wait.
Because last time, remember when you told me talk to you the way I talk to my friends.
That's right.
But if you're changing and you're, I guess like already going through the emotions where you're going and changing, once you get to that point, well, how do you be that person again?
No, you just change better. When I say talk to your friends, like when you talk to them, I don't mean, I mean this. At the very beginning, you don't say, let's say we're buddies and we hang out and BS all the time, and I go, excuse me, Luis, I don't want to inconvenience you, but I was wondering, now you're going to see me like how?
Like,
yeah, right, a joke, right? But listen, Erwin doesn't know me, total stranger. But if I talk to him like that now, that's how he's going to know me, right?
Yeah.
See the difference?
So it only applies to your friends.
That's right.
The people already know you.
Yes, you can't change them.
Okay.
Because, they know you who you are.
Yeah. So the only way that they can see you differently is as you change over time.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Like some of us in this room, you might not have much credibility with your own family. How many of you guys have recruited people that don't have credibility in their family? Right? And if you haven't, that means you haven't seen enough people. You'll see. And you're like, how can your mom say no to you? Right? That's not bad. That's really bad, right? But, it happens, right? It's just they don't have credibility. And the reason why, it's not because they're bad people. It's because their friends and family have seen them bounce around from business to business, opportunity to opportunity, and not take anything serious.
Yeah,
They've never been serious people.
Yeah,
So,
never have.
So, okay, why do I tell you? Because you know me, I'm a big mind person, right? You got to work on your mind first before you work on anything else. Because I'm a big believer there. If it's like a computer. If you guys can have the most powerful computer in there, but if you don't have any programs to run it, is it any good? No, it's the programs that run the whole system. Well, but it's the best computer, but it has no programs in it. So God blessed us with the best computer on the planet, our own brain. But what program are you putting into it?
Yeah.
What's your program? And by the way, better question is who's programming you? Every day, who are you listening to? Because whoever you listen to the most is programming you. Who's programming you? Now, it may not be, by the way, just to help some of you guys, it may not be always a person. Could it be social media and the news?
Of course.
Yes, it can.
Big time.
Yes. So who's programming you?
That's why it's important to come to the meeting so we can get an upgrade.
That's right.
I'm downloading the.
Yeah, we got
upgrade.
download. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just plug in you guys and then go, right?
Like the Matrix?
Like the Matrix, right? You're like, man, I know, I can do, right? But anyway,
Elon Musk is coming out with something like that, calling it neural.
yeah, it might be a little scary, but okay. I won't be the first volunteer for that one. So, my point is, guys, if we work on that, it's going to be really, really easy, right? So here's what I'm going to do right now. So, I'm going to have you guys come up with some of the objections you guys heard. Now, don't overdo it because it's funny, because when you guys are not the person sitting up here, right, you're like, and it never happens to you, you're just throwing them across, right?
Yeah.
And I can do that to you too, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's the ones that you got stuck on. Like somebody throw an objection on you and you got stuck, right? Do you have a question?
Oh, good.
What's that?
No.
Okay, so the ones that you got stuck, because all of you guys have objections that you bumped into, you get stuck, and it just kind of bothers you a little bit, and you kind of marinate in it, and it only becomes worse. Okay. So anyway, so I'm gonna have Felipe come up here because he's good at overcoming objections. He knows a lot of the objections. And I don't know if Angel, do you mind coming up here?
Go ahead, Angel!
Yeah, come up, Angel. So I'm gonna have you guys. Yes. So I'm gonna have you guys throw some objections, and I'll jump in there too. So what you guys can do is throw some objections, and then we can role play those. And this is where you guys are gonna take some notes and stuff. So either Angel or Felipe can pick them up, but throw in some objections that you guys. I don't care if it's based on recruiting, prospecting, setting an appointment, closing business, whatever objection it is. Throw it out there. I promise you, they've listened to it or they've heard it before, and they can help you through the process and stuff. So anybody want to volunteer, or else I'm gonna have to go roll by roll, and you need to come up with an objection.
I got one.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Angel.
Okay, so one of the coworkers, I asked him, or I told him.
Okay, go ahead and loud because you're being recorded and people listening.
So one of my coworkers, I told him like, hey, I'm doing a career change. I got into financial services. I'm doing this, and he goes, well, what is it? And I told him Primerica. And he goes, okay, I'll talk to my wife about it and I'll get back to you. Well, then he calls me back and he goes, oh, we already sat down with somebody 2 years ago, so we're not interested. No, thank you.
So are you in training at this point, or are you out of training independent?
No, I really don't go out because I work, so Sonia goes out and does all of our appointments.
So technically, they will still be in training.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, depending on your relationship with them, you say, what's his name?
His name's Sergio.
Sergio, hey, listen, man, I know you've seen it a while back with so-and-so repeat back everything they're telling you. Hey, listen, I really respect your opinion. I know we go back a little while and stuff like that, but I'm really getting going. Man, I know you've seen, I don't know what you actually seen, because I seen that me and Sonia can be able to retire in the next 5 to 10 years, be able to put money away and helping people get freed up sooner. I don't know what you saw, but would you mind allowing me or my wife, whoever's going to be your trainer, to come by, or let me show you if you're independent, how we operate, how we do things? Because just like you go to a restaurant, you go to a favorite restaurant, let's say it's Olive Garden, that's ours, and we go to another one in Stockton, the experience is a little bit different. Every office is different. You and me go back a little while, so I would never put you and your wife in any situation that would hurt our relationship or anything like that. Would you mind helping me out so you can see how I operate, how we do things out of my office? So that way you can feel really comfortable as you going across in the community, that you can send people my way. I know you would do that for me, wouldn't you? All right, perfect.
So Angel, how would you cover that one?
What he said is he sat down with him 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Someone.
Well, I would investigate, I would find out. Well, was it a good experience? Was it a bad experience? What happened? Did you become a client? Did you guys decide to come work with us? What did he tell you?
Okay, so he just told me that at the time he remembers when he sat down with them that it was out of their budget. It wasn't affordable to them. Yeah.
Okay, well, how much was out of your budget? You mean was it the life insurance? Was it a savings part of it? Which part was out of your budget?
I didn't ask him all that. I didn't.
Okay, let's just say he goes, oh, I don't know, they quoted me $80 life insurance. Oh, really? You know what? How about if I can find you something half the price? I don't know, find a way in. Either the way he told you in, or how about if I can find you something for $1 a day? 30 days a month. You know, would that be within your budget? You know, it's been 2 years from now. I'm sure in the last 2 years things have changed, right? You know what? How about if you have at least give me 15 minutes of your time? With 15 minutes, you know, you think you're wasting your time, then I'll leave your house. But I'm sure things. In other words, you know, and I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to your friend anymore. In other words, we know things have changed. Well, hopefully, I hope things have changed in the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Then for sure he needs to redo an appointment with you. No, seriously. So things have changed. Come on, it's been 2 years. You know, let's get this again. You're his coworker?
Yeah.
You see him every day?
Not every day, but
Okay, you
I
see
talk
him,
to
right?
him.
How long you been working with him?
I've been in the district 5 years. So
Okay,
yeah.
you've been seeing him for 5 years?
Yeah.
But hey, Sergio, we've been working together 5 years. You know, it's been 2 years since you met with someone. You know what? How about can we try again? Can you ask your wife, is it okay we try again? Tell her I said that if in 15 minutes she thinks it's a waste of time, we're not going to say anything outside of your budget. Matter of fact, don't even, you know, I don't want you bringing out your checkbook. You know, let me show you a different way of America. I don't know what they showed you, but see how I explain it. See through my, there you go, through my house. Just be upfront with them. That's it. It's been 2 years.
Come on, guys.
It wasn't like it was last month.
All right.
I got an objection.
All right, objection.
Objection
From the
to
RP over there.
okay.
I'm just excited, bro. Sorry.
No, when somebody says, hey, you know what, this sounds good, but we're really super busy and we got the kids and sports, this and that. We don't have time. I'm talking, that's an objection I wanna bring because I want you all to be in the right market. And that's a common objection in the right market, so.
Which one,
Anybody?
who wants to take it up first?
When you said you were busy?
Yeah, like if somebody wants us to come and do this and, oh, we don't have time, we're busy.
Kids are in sports, stuff like that.
Okay, you mean to come work
Join the
with us or
business,
to
yeah.
meet with me?
Join the business or meet, whatever you
Okay,
want.
so we already met?
Yeah, we already met, and I already gave you the objection of, we don't got time. Yet we were saying all the right things. Otherwise, it's not gonna fit in.
Okay, so is that the only thing stopping you? That you don't have time?
Yeah, I'm
In other
afraid,
words,
yeah.
Other than that, you like everything you saw?
Of
you
course,
like the business,
everything
you
sounds
trust
good,
me,
but
you trust
he's
me?
busy, has 2 jobs, I'm busy, kids, I don't, you know, it doesn't seem like it's, you know, we have that time.
Okay, so if that's the only thing that's stopping you, it's nothing else? If somehow we can figure out something on the spare time, where it's not gonna take your time away from that, little by little, would you wanna, you know, can we consider that?
So it's not gonna take like hours or.
Well, I don't wanna take you away from what you're doing, your regular team. You have a life before we met,
Right.
I have a life before I met you too,
Right.
right? We don't wanna take each other away from that. So how about we, you know, we'll see your schedule, we'll see my schedule. And if we're on the spare time, you know, we're not putting too much time, we can get you little by little, your license and getting you going, you know, working with us. Would you do that? Would you consider that? If it's not gonna affect, like I said, I don't wanna take you away, that's important, your kids' sports, it's not gonna take you away from that. If it is, then you know what, then you know, don't even do it. But let's at least, let's figure out, let's sit down and see what we can,
Let's explore
we can squeeze it in,
possibilities.
right?
Okay, so how do Felipe, how would you answer?
I learned from you a lot is, change, it all depends, time is gonna be in every step of the way, whether you're brand new, whether you're seasoned, whether it's a cold prospect or warm market, it's gonna have, whether you're setting the appointment, whether you're gonna keep the appointment, time is gonna be an issue, #1 objection for everything. So I would attack it differently back in my youngin' days, but now I learned from Jose, it's like dance with the bear.
Yeah.
#1, keep dance with the bear, and then third party it and relate to them. So that way they're more appeasing to wanna follow you.
So what do you mean, so, because
Dance
new people
with
in
the
the room, what do you mean by third party in it?
Third party means using other people, like my clients. So I'm gonna put it all together. So I'm dancing with the bear means don't fight with them when they're busy. Meaning, so I'm gonna relate to them and say, man, I know, right? And like if you're like anything like me and my wife, we're so busy or our heads are running around so with the kids, so I'm relating to them. So the reason why I did get involved with this, so I can be able to have as much time with my family. Obviously, you're doing all these things for you and your family, so you can be with them. That's important to you, isn't it right? And then if you could, also you're going to work, you're doing all these other things for them, so you can set your family up financially, so you don't have to worry about all that stuff, right? We're busy getting. Most of us are just busy getting by, but we're not really busy getting ahead and securing our future. So that's what a lot of what I find out with my folks is, Because time is only an issue, and Helica, would you agree that if there's no value? So if you knew that I was gonna come over and see you and Jose, and we're gonna free up 20 minutes in your schedule somewhere, and you knew by the time I left there that you're gonna be 10, 15, 20 years ahead on where you knew you're gonna be freed financially, would you say that was a good investment of 20, 30 minutes of your time?
Definitely, let's sit down.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I promise you, if I waste any of your time, shoot, you can bill me for it, whatever you get paid per hour, okay?
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, so
don't fight him on it.
I don't fight it, so I dance with it, and I relate. What I mean by third party is if you're anything like people out there, they're really busy, so I'm third party, I'm not attacking. Normally in overcoming ejection with Hector, I was like, are you busy getting by, girl, or are you busy getting head? You know, like attacking them. Well, see, that's why you need to do this, brother. You know?
So when you guys are saying don't fight it, that way there's new people in the room so they know, what does that mean? Physically fighting, or what are we talking about?
Like
Verbally,
resisting.
well, you don't want to offend them, like you say, you know, hey, oh, you busy being, you don't want to say that. You
Like,
busy
you can't
being
say you're busy
angry.
being
You
broke.
could, but it won't be the right way.
Well, you just offended the person in front of the family and everything.
How about if
Like, you know what, don't even
how about like a
like
question
that.
like, is your family important to you?
Yeah.
Like straight up?
Well, of course, you know it is important to them, but.
So that would kind of offend them?
Yes, now you rubbing them the wrong way. You lost them now. Now they're gonna tell someone else how much you a jerk
Bad
was in
experience.
America too.
Because you're taking them from, you're having to justify that they're busy.
Yeah.
Now you're just calling them out that they're lying.
What about when you what about when they're making like objections that you know that it's not true though? Like let's say like the same situation, but I'm younger and it happened to me younger. Like cause it happened to me with a younger prospect where I was talking to him and I was doing the presentation, everything was going good. The thing that he was talking to me is about time, and I couldn't really relate to that because I didn't have that much as time as he was busy. That's what I'm trying to say. I could have maybe. Can you still lose like past experiences like when you were working before, like stuff like that?
So what you're saying is because you can't relate to him.
Yeah. Well,
He's busy.
Because that person's busy and you weren't.
well, what I'm saying is like he was saying he was busy, but I knew he wasn't busy. Like it was. I knew he was lying because he's like the same.
Oh, yeah,
age.
then you know what? He's not interested next.
Oh,
Don't even bother.
it's next.
Don't bother.
You're not gonna get everybody.
No.
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Erica?
I have a question. I might be a little bit more aggressive, but then, sorry guys. I just, don't be like me. When I approach people like that, when they tell me, oh, I'm too busy, I have 2 jobs, or my wife, is busy, and then I kind of scare them. I go, so you enjoy spending time away from your kids, right? And then they get in shock and they're like, no, I love my kids. I go, well, let me show you what I have to offer you. Since you say you want to spend more time with your kids, I'm going to show you how to do it. If you give me, 15, 20 minutes of your time, we can either meet at Starbucks or come to the office, and that's how I'll just tell them.
You know, as a woman, you could get rid of,
Yes.
you get
It sounds
away with
better
that
when
one.
you say it.
No,
But if another man tells another man that, there's gonna be a fist fight.
But that's more like
Or
what
if
prospect is talking about, right?
a male tells a female
Yeah.
that.
That's
about
too-
her kids,
yeah.
that's another
Yeah,
thing.
it's too
Meaning
much.
like you as a
Yeah.
woman, you can be more.
How do you control it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Well,
sorry.
become a woman.
No,
They can be done these days, Jose. Careful.
You see, no, that was opposite. See, that was good.
Yeah.
They kind of
See,
get in
no.
shock, because then they
So
kind
you
of
do that,
pause for
yeah.
a minute, and they're like, wait a minute, I love my kids.
So what Eric is trying to tell you guys on that, using that is you disturb the person
Yeah.
instead of, because what is the natural default when answering a question for most humans?
No.
No. That is default.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Have you guys
also-
ever done that? When somebody asks you something or whatever, and you said no, and then you realize like, why did I say no? Like I should have said yes, and you lost out on an opportunity. Okay, because it's natural default. Please.
I had the same situation, and that happened on Saturday night. And so, but the guy was negative. I mean, he was kind of like, I said, well, we're gonna teach you how to save money. I mean, we're gonna teach you how, like, instead of paying on your cell phone like that much, you're gonna save money so you can put towards. And he got very defensive. But guess what? We went around the loop. We talked to the wife, and we told her the benefits, and then lo peinó. He came in the next day. I'm serious. He came in the next day, and he's like, oh, Luisito, ¿cómo estás? Mi esposa dice que vayan a la casa. She was very, no, I'm serious. This is the truth. He was very defensive. Oh, ¿para qué voy a ahorrar? Why should I save? And this and that. And then we talked to the wife. And she talked to him.
Right.
Whatever she said.
I mean, that's what happened to us.
It does happen, and that's a good thing.
And so we went and talked to her, and she was like, oh, no, I'm gonna talk to him, this and that. And then he's like, hey, Luis, Luisito, and, yeah. And I said, are you sure you want us to go? I mean, no, my wife,
Of course, I don't want to sleep on the couch.
Yeah. But that happened to us, and then I knew that he was very defensive, and I wasn't gonna go nowhere with him. I knew that. But we knew the wife. I mean, if I'm prospecting someone like that, I know both of them. I just went to her, and
Yeah. Sometimes you guys have to do
and
that.
she talked to her, and I talked to her. So she was like understanding, and then she's like, "Wow, this is important for me." And we said, "What happens if she died tomorrow?"
Yeah.
He needs to have insurance.
There you go.
And she was like,
So the moral of the story is carry your wife so she can do the talking.
That's true.
How do you,
Objections, that way we can do objections.
Okay, well, I was just gonna ask about.
Okay,
what is
because,
the
hold on, because I don't want to run out of time.
Yeah.
And I can help with some of those questions. Objections, anybody else? Give me some objections for these gentlemen up here. This is the time when you guys gotta, these guys will give you experiences so they can give you some good pointers.
So basically, if you're gonna disturb someone, it's possible to do everything in just a nice way.
I was gonna say
in a pleasant way that's not offensive, right? It's always, remember, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
It's not what you say, it's really how you say it.
Yeah.
Cause you can curse someone out, as a friend, laughing, and they're like, they don't get offended, but you can curse them out with a mean face, and they're like, it's a fight.
And then, I was gonna say.
It's always how you say it, right? Just forget, right? Always how you say it.
Objections, guys? I know that you guys gotta have objections because look at your dating blast, okay? You guys have more results.
Someone's eating your lunch, man.
I know somebody's eating your guys' lunch and dinner.
In your mind.
But if they tell you like, oh, well, I'm not good with people, I don't really know a lot of people that would want to get insurance or get involved.
So which one is it? Do they don't know a lot of people or they're not good with people?
They don't, both.
Okay. So which one do you guys want to answer there?
What do you do for work?
What do you do?
Role play.
I'm a truck driver.
You're a truck driver.
Yeah.
Were you, how long have you been doing that? Ask questions.
Like 2 years.
2 years. And then you went to certifications to get your truck driving and all that stuff, right? You weren't just born knowing how to truck drive, right? You had to do all that, right?
Yeah.
But obviously you saw a passion in truck driving, so you did what it takes on how to do truck driving. Is that correct? So most people that are not good with people is because they don't know how to properly communicate effectively. Would you agree with that? So that's how I felt. So I'm relating. I felt the exact same way. I didn't deal with people, but I learned through different trainings on how to properly communicate. All I had was a desire to get better and be better and have better things in my life. Whatever vehicle that was going to help me get to where I want to go faster, I was going to get it, and that has to do with dealing with people. Then I'm going to do what it takes to get better at that. Just like I wouldn't know how to do truck driving, but you know how to explain how to do truck driving. If I spent some like two weeks to a month with you, would you be able to? If I got licensed and know how to truck drive, would you be able to probably explain how to get that truck across town? So you have the ability to teach somebody and show them a little bit. I have the ability to, and if you have the ability to learn, you got to learn it, right? It's the same as in any business. If it's important, you'll learn how to do it. Does that make sense?
Sometimes, yeah, that's people hesitate because they are afraid. That's why
because they don't know how to do it.
Angel?
What was it again? It was.
They don't get talking to
But
people
this
and
is
they don't
your
know a
work
lot of
with us,
people.
right?
Yeah.
Recruiting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his reason. So, I'm sorry.
You're gonna be the field trainer.
No, you can ask them. Look, we help people become debt free, right? We help them become debt free, save more money, make more money. You know anybody that might be do you know anyone that might be interested in, that might like to know how to, debt free, save more money, and make more money? I mean, how can you say like, well, everybody would? Because he said he doesn't know anybody that might be interested. Really, everybody would. Yeah, just just get them thinking. Like, don't fight them on it. Maybe it can be a silent partner. It just sends you, the people, the license, right? That might be an option. What's another one? Let's say absolutely he's just like, oh no, I just don't want, he's not gonna recruit on. right, at all. Let's just say, I don't know what the situation is. Okay, then switch on the default, do something else. Maybe he wants to just save money when he wants to become your client. Maybe try that. If he absolutely doesn't want to, you could default that. If not, that's fine. You know, I ran into people that absolutely, for whatever reason, they just are not ready to do business, and I made them my client because somebody has met with them and they weren't ready to do the business, but they were ready to become a client, so I made them a client right there at the spot. And I was thankful for the Primerica person that didn't make them a client, right? But I at least told them about, you know, because they saved them for me. But I just say, you know, default to something else, and then maybe now he becomes a client of yours, a happy client, right? Over the course of a couple of months, a year, 2 years from now, and you can always call him back, follow up, because he's a client of yours, and then maybe now he's ready to start the business. You know? But you keep him locked in with you somehow, right? And later on, trying to go back to him.
You get the
It could be a source of, you know, somebody will refer or something.
That's right.
You know, lock him in some way.
Talking to people is only when you're like casual conversations. When oh yeah, I talked to them, like, man, they came up to me. I can't do that. I can't talk to people like that. You only see it in like the outside parameter form, but when you sit, if you're sitting across the table with somebody, they see what we do. They see that they can hit their goals. You're not gonna. I mean, you won't. I don't get a lot of. I can't talk to people because I can do this once they see it. So when you're gonna get to I can't talk to people is when you're just prospecting or having conversations out over there. So you can take the fear away of over it. Oh, that's just. If you had a business, how would you market yourself? Oh, social media. Do it that way. To take the fire away from you.
Yeah. Right.
Just for her, basically what I would say is, if you're saying that you can talk to people, I would say go start with your family. You know, share what you know, what you just learned to your mom, to your dad, to your brothers, to your cousin. Impact their lives first, and then I'm pretty sure that as you're learning the product, you will be more excited about telling other people. You know, because you're gonna teach them something that is gonna actually help their life. And then if you start with your family, and I'm pretty sure that you're gonna start talking to other people, and it's gonna become easier. Something simple.
Yeah, it takes practice.
And adding on to that, like let's say that does happen, where he actually does like go on and wants to talk to a lot of people, but he goes to his family and they're just ripping him apart, where they're just like, oh, like
that doesn't happen, so I'm not gonna answer that question.
That doesn't happen.
No, these guys know me about that.
But
So
relate to him, because I know in the beginning I couldn't talk to people either, and I didn't know anyone. In fact, I still don't know anyone, but I always find somebody, right?
So,
you know,
and the reason that doesn't happen is because if your field trainer does a good job of making the calls and talking to the people, that doesn't happen.
Okay.
That means that that person prematurely would start talking to everybody and they blasted them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not supposed to be that
Let
way.
your trainer
So that's why I'm not answering that question.
And maybe he wants to just come and learn.
Yeah.
So, you know what, don't worry about talking to anybody, just come and learn, take some of my classes, and maybe he'll open up, right? And somehow, you know, just get him, don't fight with it, but just kind of get him in comfortable.
I don't have an objection, you know, what I wanted to say was that it's very important, and it's with home market, it's the same thing. It's not, you have to understand when you get these objections, it's because they don't see any value in it. If I can say this real quick. And the thing is that don't throw up on him. I don't know if you noticed what Angel's doing. He's actually asking questions about why this, why that. Because he's trying to find your button and trying to find out what is it that you want.
That's right.
Because look, our business has it all. And we're so excited and we got it all, we can show you all, we can give it to you all. Well, I don't want it all. See what I mean? So when you speak to a person, always put it in your mind that what is it that they want? You know, because yeah, what we do is the best thing in the world. Our business is the best business in the world. To us. To them, we're a pyramid, we're that person that ripped off this person, somebody gave us a bad name, so they don't want to associate with you. But when you bring it down to asking them questions, whatever the objection is, and like Jose was saying with Luis, sometimes you answer the objections before they come out. And you do that by the conversation that you're having with them. So you listen to understand. That's very, very important that you understand that when you're speaking to somebody, what is it they want? You know, Luis, I can tell you, you know what, man, I'm gonna show you how to make a lot of money. You're like, I already make a lot of money. I don't know if myself that. Or what if I tell you, hey man, if I can save you some time, would that be good for you? So you can spend time, and you're like, that's what God was in. Hell yeah. How do you do that? Watch, and I'll put it as an example. Jose got prospected in the mall, right? Car insurance. He got recruited because they said it was an opportunity for him to have freedom.
Freedom and options.
And he signed on. No questions asked. Boom, boom, boom. Here you go. And then he found out he was doing life insurance and he quit.
Right.
No, but that is so powerful if you understand that. He didn't sign on to Primerica. He signed on to the freedom that somebody promised him they could give him.
That's right.
So por eso when you ask these questions, don't complicate things, guys. It's very easy. Ask the questions and they'll tell you what they want from Primerica, and guess what? We can give them.
That's right.
Anything they want. So, sorry for the time, but I wanted to tell you that
You
because
just
don't.
have to find, you have to find their why.
Yes. Right.
What's gonna get them to do, to get out of their comfort zone? You have to, Johnny was just telling me, you have to find their button, you have to find that.
That hot button.
That hot button.
And
I
push
got
it
a
on.
question for Pulido. So how old is the truck driver? Is a prospect?
Yeah.
How old is he? 20s, 30s, 50s? 30s?
Yeah.
Does he have a family or is he single? His family, his kids, wife? Okay, so if you couldn't get recruited on for sure, he's a truck driver, he sees lots of accidents, he probably sees body parts. Because big rigs, when they get into accident, someone dies. And mostly truck drivers want to look for life insurance, so I make them a client first and then maybe later on. But definitely that's a life insurance sale, because as a truck driver, he's a high risk on the road with that big, diesel, right, that big rig all over. Right? I mean, the truck drivers I talk to, they always say, oh man, I see horrible accidents all the time, because they're always driving, they see accidents. I know it has to cross his mind, or you put the idea in his mind that, if you ever came home, what would your wife and kids do? So that's a close idea. And then later on, you try to recruit him again. He's already your client, he's not going anywhere, you can call him as many times as you want afterwards, right?
So let's go ahead
So
and,
after that-
because we really went over time. Let's get up to Angel and okay. Wow, guys. Just write these 3 words. I'm gonna give you 3 words and then we'll close the meeting, right? Feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found out, that's how you answer those questions. Feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found out, right, that's how you do it. Feel, felt, found. So somebody tells me, I'm really busy, man, I'm working hard all the time. Luis, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found out, that if I follow the system, they'll teach me and guide me. Which, by the way, so let's say Luis says he's too busy and stuff like that. Angel's right. He might just be a client, and he's going to be a client. Or in the future. It doesn't mean no right now. It just means no right now. It doesn't mean no forever. Right? And now that, if I really want him in my business, because I got to really want him in my business, by the way, I'm going to say, you know what? How about this? Have you ever heard of our Silent Partner program? They always say what? No. You know what? That's a good program that we have. The only challenge is that you do have to get a license, go to class. You don't have to go to meetings. You don't have to go to trainings, anything. All you got to do is refer me to people. You said you were going to help Carvick anyways with referrals, right? So you're going to help us out. Now, how would you like to make some money off of that? Let's say that on average, because Carvick, he's going to get really, really good. Let's say every time he closes business, each referral that you send him, he closes, you make anywhere from $150 to $200 per referral. Would that be good? So would you be willing to at least become a silent partner? So you do it. Get them silent partner. Now what I discovered about silent partners, guess what they end up doing? Making more time. Yep. They go from no time to, oh, wait a minute. They see the value, like Uriel just told you guys. They see the value. That's all it is. Feel, felt, found. Practice it. Practice it. Practice it, practice it. Feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found, right? Just do that way. Those 3 words, all they do is help you relate. I don't know if you guys get it. They help you relate with people. Once they help you relate, then it's easy to communicate. The only reason people have a hard time communicating with each other is because they don't know how to relate. That's it. Just relate. All right? Hey, listen, guys, don't forget, month end's coming around the corner, right? We need everybody's help. Okay, we need to make sure we click it over, right? And I know we can get to 20,000, you know, by Monday, right? And then get the 20 ABAs, but we need the teams, you know, we are like halfway there, right? So we need everybody on target, right? So we need everybody's help, all right? So Saturday, you know, we'll still have our training, but also set up for op meeting too. So invite, right? And then, you know, the best way to get people here is pick them up, right? So have an awesome day. We'll see you guys tonight. We'll see you guys on Saturday. Good night, everybody.
I got a nice foot over here. I understand how you feel.
She move it like a gypsy. Her body got me tipsy. I should take a step back, fall back. This girl got me feeling risky. She ready for the take, and I got the motivation. Cause when you see your dance, there's a chance you might not come home from vacation.
And if you love, you fall in love. She got that ass, she make it clap. She leave you shook, and now you hooked. The way she dance,
She gon' make you move to Miami.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah! She gon' make you move to Miami. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we gon' party. Freaking every weekend, baby, we just getting started. Y síguete moviendo, que todo te está viendo. Damn, you got me, girl, that body's built like a Bugatti.
And if you love, you fall in love. She got that ass.
Hola, ¿cómo es su hermano? ¿Se llama Luis? ¿De dónde viene?